Joshy.
Yo.
What up, dog?
What up, man?
Oh, man. I don't know. The Bucks are 5-3 right now. That's an above 500 record. You know, they're tied in second place with the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference. So some can say the Bucks aren't having a bad start of their season. But it's a little bit scary for us to be losing to the likes of the Indiana Pacers. I don't care if it's by 1 point.
Nah, bro. Pacers got some shit this year. I don't know who on their team, but I seen them niggas in the top 10s on SportsCenter and ESPN a couple times, folks. Like, they got some young motherfuckers in there. Trust me.
I understand that
It's a
the
wake-up
Pacers.
call.
I understand that the Pacers have some ballers,
Yeah.
but let's be honest. The Bucks are supposed to be the team that doesn't lose to a team like the Pacers. The Pacers aren't in the championship picture.
True.
Okay, Dame didn't play today. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for that. Giannis put up 50. But here's the scary part. Giannis put up 52 points tonight, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. With that type of monstrous performance, they still couldn't get over.
Right.
So what that tells me is that we rely too much on Giannis.
Okay.
So when are we, as a team, gonna find our swagger, gonna find ourselves without Giannis? Last night, Giannis got ejected in the top of the third quarter. We were up by 15 points, just about. Giannis up. When Giannis got ejected at the top of the third quarter, we were up by 15 points. Giannis gets ejected. We start losing and trailing them by as much as, I think, 8 points at one time.
Wow.
This is what the Bucks do, and that's a very scary thing. We got to remember that teams ain't playing with us. We are the team to beat this season.
Yeah.
So when you come in all lackadaisically, teams are coming in hot. And these are professional basketball players. I don't care if they may not be to the caliber of the Milwaukee Bucks, but if you give them 3 minutes of your resting time and you're not paying attention to them, they will torch you out of the building and catch up to you.
Yeah.
And that's what happens time and time again. Even when the Bucks have won this season, it was wins when we were just hanging in there. Every single win. The only time we took a good win this season was against Miami. Philadelphia, we were dancing with them. We were dancing with the Pistons yesterday.
Yeah.
We danced with the Pacers today. We danced a little bit with Miami, but we were able to, get a good lead on them into the fourth quarter and win. And those are the type of things that need to be fixed, need to be tweaked before I would say the All-Star break, if we want to be in the championship picture this year.
Yeah.
If we can't get that figured out by the All-Star break, it's going to be hard for us to legitimately see ourselves in the championship picture. Yeah, we do have some dogs that can just go all out in the playoffs and,
Right.
But that chemistry needs to be built right now. That nonchalantness that I'm seeing some of the players play with needs to be dealt with. What are you seeing so far?
Honestly, I was thinking the same exact thing. Like, the problem with the Bucks, I ain't gonna lie, I think it's a problem with, like, the management, too, or the coaching staff. I honestly don't think Milwaukee conditions enough. That's just what it looks like on the court to me. Because, like, you said you wanted to talk about their defense, and I was looking at it, and the Bucks' defense gets very lazy. Like, that's why teams just score so. Like, if you ever notice when they play the Bucks, we lose to simple, mediocre shots.
Bucks are 25 in defense in the league as of right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, we get so lazy on defense, and I think it's just purely not conditioning. Like, I honestly, like, I ain't gonna lie. Giannis is in shape, and then Damian Lillard, he talented, but I wouldn't say he's as in shape as Giannis. But other than Giannis, everybody on that team need to condition like 3 times harder. Because if you ever look at Giannis, he's never not working on basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they really need to look at their leader or one of their leaders and be like, okay, we need to catch up and get to this caliber that he fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because no bullshit, I'm just watching him. Who was it against? I think it was the Raptors, folks.
Yeah.
The Raptors fan. I'm like, bro.
Almost got dubbed by the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
by
Like,
the
bro,
Raptors.
like, bro, it's at points where like nobody, like motherfuckers will pass across the court and like nobody really going for the pass. They just go for where the ball is landing.
It's simple
You know what I'm
things like
saying?
they
Like-
don't go to the ball. Like defensively, I see
Yeah.
this. It's
Yeah.
conditioning.
Yeah,
And I believe
conditioning.
it
That's what I'm saying.
because it can't be laziness because they know they have the team. They have a perfect team to win the championship.
Right, right.
So I don't want to put it on laziness because I believe in the desire
Yeah,
of these players a little bit more than it's just about they just look at it, oh, just a job. I'm coming to get my check, play my games, go
Yeah,
home.
no, I wouldn't say
I
that.
don't believe that's some of the players on the Bucks. I think they're fighting for a championship. They're just not conditioned to be in that spot yet because it'll be little things like a rebound.
yeah,
They let the rebound come to them. As early as middle school basketball, you were taught to go to the board
yeah,
because you can see the board coming. You think, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
And then somebody just comes in your way and
takes it.
takes it.
Yeah.
That happens constantly with the Bucks.
Yeah,
It's particularly I see it with guys like Jay Crowder,
yeah,
Chris Middleton.
yeah,
Guys like Giannis, they go to the board. Bobby does this very well, and this is why fans like Bobby because we see those little things. Like,
yeah, yeah.
you go to the board, you don't let it come to you, and like you fight for loose balls.
Right.
The Bucks don't seem to be doing that as of right now, and if they don't start doing that, I don't see them in the championship picture at all.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's their fault. I think it's honestly like it's the coaching staff's responsibility. Like, I think like the coaching staff really needs to, what can I say? Do what they can to make it a championship team and not just a competitive team.
Yeah.
You can be competitive, but you ain't gonna get to the ring doing the standard workouts and doing the standard model. You gotta push these boys to this level, and I think the coaching staff needs to do that with you. I need to see like just natural speed. You know what I'm saying? Natural lockup, like just natural athleticism, just like to take you to that championship team. Like you remember the 2015 Warriors?
Yeah.
Bro, 2015 Warriors, no bullshit. You knew that was a championship team because
You go like this right quick, but yeah.
right here,
No, like pick it up so it's like directly into you.
right here. Wait, hold on.
Come on, G. I'm talking about like this, bro.
Oh, like
Yeah.
that,
Uh-huh.
right here.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I'm a little hot.
Yeah,
bro.
you hear that, G?
Yeah,
It sounds so much better.
Okay, I'm a little hot, so I can't even tell the difference. I'm high as hell, bro. That blunt fucked me up.
I feel that.
Fuck around. Oh yeah, no. So when, bro, back in the Warriors 2015, or even you could say the Cavs in the finals, fam. Like those teams, they was making remarkable, impossible shots. Like they was the top tier bleeding edge of basketball.
I always forget that Kyrie Irving has a ring
Exactly. Like he was making shots
because he should have another one. That's like for his
that
him and James Harden have no business not having rings. Russell Westbrook is a knucklehead, so I can see why he doesn't have a ring. Like,
yeah, he's a knucklehead.
he's nothing. He's a highlight reel.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I can see why
yeah.
he doesn't have a ring.
Yeah. I don't know. But to get to that championship, to get to that goal, you gotta make impossible basketball happen. And I feel like in order for the Bucks to do that, they gotta condition themselves to the next level. They gotta get faster. They gotta get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I see that in Giannis, and I see the talent in Dame. But them two, they gonna get tired. You know what I'm saying? They gonna need a bench. They gonna need post help defense. Like they gonna need all that shit. So it's like I think the coaches should really just condition our team more. Like we're a small market, so we don't really have all that extra stuff to pamper our players and like make them top tier. We really got to grit and grind to get to that top level. Like that's what I saw Giannis at least do. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't, I don't know, let's just say he didn't get the top players from everywhere coming to his team. Like he couldn't kind of just grind it and got it there. So I'm thinking the rest of the team needs to follow that suit and just condition themselves. But it start with the coach and telling them to do, because they just going to practice. You know what I'm saying? They listening what the fuck they supposed to be listening to. So they doing what they supposed to do. They winning games and they got more wins than losses. It's just
as of right, yeah.
For us to have, for the city and everybody in it to have faith, we gotta see talented basketball, and that's just with better speed and better strength. That's why I want my team to be like, I ain't gonna lie, like we got some ballers. But sometimes they be like, bro, the Bucks be letting niggas catch up.
But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like
we got some. We just got to give him time, I guess, so to speak.
Just time.
Just give him some time.
Yeah, because the season is just starting, so I'm guessing the workouts and all that shit is just getting more intense. So
precisely.
But yeah, that's one thing I want to see with the Bucks. I just want to see them get faster and stronger. And
but honestly, tonight's
they a
game,
smart team.
Tonight's game, when this is uploaded, this will probably be by tomorrow.
Right.
But tonight's game against the Pacers, the reason we didn't win, this shouldn't be the reason, but this was the reason, is because we were missing Dame.
Yeah.
And this is what I've noticed about the Bucks. The Bucks are so lethal offensively that if both Dame and Giannis have a good game, we don't lose. We just don't. If both Dame and Giannis have a good game, we don't lose. If one or the other has a good game and then the other one has a bad game, we lose. My analysis on that is because our defense is so lackluster and we're lacking so morbidly defensively that we're letting other teams and other guards on average put up over 100 points on us. So over 100 points per game on us as collectively. That's what we're allowing. So if Giannis and Dame aren't putting up at least close to 30 points each, we can't score above 100 because we don't have, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So both Giannis and Dame need to have at least 25 plus. Let the bench players give their 6 to 12 points, you know. The next three guys off the bench give their 6 to 12 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when we win. If Giannis and Dame don't do their offensive part, we lose because we struggle defensively so much that people don't have to – they just have to score on us and they win.
Yeah.
See, they just have to score on us and they continue doing that and they win. And it's very likely because we can't do anything about that as of right now.
I think we can, bro, honestly, because no bullshit. I think – people are just solidly scoring on us because we are not conditioned. Like we talented.
So you think it's conditioning and not a lack of defensive talent?
No, I think because
between Chris Middleton and that's our backcourt, Chris Middleton and Dame.
Yeah,
that's no defense. No defense in the backcourt.
I mean, Dame got some lockup.
Here's what I would do if I was John Horst, the general manager of the Bucks. I would currently, as of right now, start thinking about shopping Chris Middleton by the All-Star break. And I think that's what they might do. Because Chris Middleton 2 years ago was an All-Star. Last year, he would have been an All-Star. He was putting up All-Star numbers, but I think he was injured during the All-Star break. So Chris Middleton is virtually an all-star right now who's being overshadowed by two superstars.
Right.
There's a difference between an all-star and a superstar. People forget that. People just, we just think it's if you're in the all-star game, you're an all-star. LeBron James is an all-star. No. LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, those are superstars. In all-stars, when you get to that next level, like Chris Middleton, potentially, as of right now, Devin Booker, but he'll break into being a superstar eventually. Those are superstars. I mean, those are all-stars.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum, I would say he's still kind of an all-star. I won't call him a superstar just yet because he hasn't won a ring. He hasn't won an MVP. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, neither did Dame, but Dame has been the face of his franchise for over a decade.
Right.
So that's what makes him a superstar.
Right.
Face of his franchise, averaging 30 points for half of, over 28 points for half of that time. So he's definitely a superstar in my book. But back to my point is that Chris Middleton is still an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bucks start shopping for him now, we can potentially trade him when he still has value around the league for a defensive player who's very strong defensively. I don't think we need any more offense, especially not from Chris. What we need is some offense down low from Brook and guys coming off the bench like Jay Crowder, Mike Beasley, Beasley, Cameron Payne, Beauchamp. Those are the guys that we need. Pat Connaughton, I don't know what the hell he's been doing lately.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another guy that we could potentially trade for some defense off of the bench. Pat Connaughton, who still has value around the league.
Right.
He's losing his value because he hasn't been able to shoot the ball in the last 2 years like he was when 2 years ago when we got him.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks need to make some moves to gather a defensive pool of players, because what we're seeing right now can't be happening. I don't put it on simply conditioning. I see what you're saying, but I think that conditioning, what looks like conditioning, is a lack of confidence defensively.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Because if it was conditioning, how come they're balling offensively? Ain't it? Don't you need the same?
No,
don't you need to be in condition to be to?
You can be talented. You can be talented, but at the same time, if you can only work with what they giving you, then you can't do, like, you can only do that. But I feel like what they giving the Bucks, what they training the Bucks, I think should be a little more intense, because I want to see a little more exciting basketball from, like, Dame is exciting.
You want to see exciting basketball, or you want us to win? This
both.
Negro had to think about it.
Both. I mean, like
I don't care if
one
you're
will
taking
help
granny
with the
shots,
other.
as long
one
as
will
we're
help
winning.
with. That's what I'm saying. One will help with the other. I get that. You know what I'm saying?
In the long run, sure.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna get. What can I say? Like, I'm not mad at what you're saying, but I don't want it to be true. Like, we might have to get rid of Chris.
I think
I
we
love
need to.
Chris. I love Chris. Like,
I know you do. That's your boy.
You know, man, I'm from Milwaukee, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
your
it's
boy.
like,
I know you do.
but
at the end of the day, Chris Middleton's hurt a lot.
Yeah,
I think he was hurt tonight too.
Was he?
He was hurt tonight. He got hurt last night, I think.
Dude's getting old.
It's not about him getting old. It's about he's just injury prone.
Yeah.
And as of right now, what he brings to the team, him being a third option, we're wasting his offensive value. Other teams would give up a lot to test things out with Chris Middleton, to give it a go with Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
We can potentially get 2 strong defensive players off of him, one on the starting lineup, one off the bench.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Chris Middleton still has value right now. He was the second best player on the championship squad. That's no small feat.
No, it's not.
A 2-time All-Star as of right now, I believe.
I just don't know why he gets so quiet, man. I guess he is injury prone. But, I mean, shit, so is Kawhi. I mean, shit. You know?
I mean, but injury prone or not, until I think people give you that 3-year mark of being too injury prone, or if you've been nothing but injured for the past 3 years, then your value is like, okay.
See, that's the thing.
But when you're like, people are they're still willing to bet. They'll still take a banged up guy who's really talented and willing to bet on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I like Kawhi, because that nigga, like,
with
he'll
3
be
years of that, that's when teams are like, I don't want to take the risk. and your value just plummets.
3 years is like forever in NBA time.
I don't think it is though.
3 years?
I don't think
if
it
you
is.
injured for 3 years,
The same injury. That's a crazy thought.
not the same injury, but you know what I mean. Like
if you've been in and out for 3 years,
that's what I'm saying. In and out for 3. Like say you, I don't know, you got injured one whole season.
Okay, injuries are different. Injuries, yeah, okay. Injuries, 3 years is a long time.
That's a long time.
They'll wait for a player they believe has potential. They'll give you like 3 years.
That's Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry broke both his ankles when he came in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, even with injuries, they still do. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just an investment. It's like it's a business. You know,
Yeah.
they bet on you. They're investing in you. That okay, Steph Curry, he's a amazing talent. Done some things in basketball that we've never seen before.
Right.
Cool. He's been injured for like the past 2-3 years, but when he's not injured, this guy is tight.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
gonna
what
keep
I'm saying.
investing in him. Hope that one day he gets healthy.
All right.
So they give you about 3 years. And on that topic, Chris, his value hasn't plummeted yet because we haven't hit that about 3-year mark.
Right.
So if we trade him to another team for someone strong defensively, that would be something beneficial that in the Bucks, beneficial on the Bucks part, and that's something that I think they need to start looking into going into before we get into the All-Star half.
Honestly, All-Star is gonna come way sooner than you think. That's only like 2.5 months away.
You got to talk to the mic, Brody.
My fault. I'm high as hell. My fault. The All-Star break, that shit like 2.5 months away. So honestly, and just like historically,
Shop, so let him ball out, build up his value, and then trade him.
honestly, just historically, the way the Bucks run shop, I don't see them making that move. Because it's a nice plan. I listening to it, I like it. Like it's a nice plan, but I don't see the Bucks being on point like that. Just because, would you say the Bucks, like other than catching Dame, would you say the Bucks are usually on point with they shopping and they trades?
I mean, yeah.
think?
When have we not been? That's what made the
I mean,
Milwaukee
I guess-
Bucks win the NBA championship.
I get that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from here. So I got
a team-
decades of yeah,
A team like this new generation. You got to look at teams in different generations.
That's
You
what I'm
can't just
saying.
look at it as one exactly.
I haven't fully looked at it like
Like
that.
me being from Chicago, I'm not a Bulls fan because I was in the bullshit generation.
Yeah,
If I grew up in the 90s, like, oh my God.
yeah. You'll still be quoting the Bulls and shit.
Oh
yeah.
God. Like that was
Yeah.
probably have a tattoo somewhere.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah,
They won 6.
yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
If you
that's
know what I
true.
mean?
That's true.
So it's like you gotta look at it in generations. This generation Bucks, they do a phenomenal job with shopping players and trading players. I think they do a great job.
I don't know. I'm a little iffy.
That's what made the Milwaukee Bucks a small market team win a championship in 2023. That's not supposed to happen. Small markets don't win championships like that.
I think it was like chemistry that made. Did I fuck? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop moving your damn hands so much.
No, I was trying to adjust it so I could talking to it. Fuck around. But I think like with that team on the championship team, honestly, I think it was like just like the chemistry. Like I ain't gonna lie, like we shopped good that year and the year before, like because we was top team. I was just so frustrated with last year. Like I don't know what happened last year. Like we lost in round 1, so I didn't even really get to see. You see what I'm saying? Like we cannot
Last year
forget.
was crazy.
We cannot forget
that's why they had to let Bud go.
That's what I'm saying.
That's unexcusable.
You see what I'm saying? Like they've been
They
shopping
were the
good,
8th seed.
dude. That's what I'm saying. And they went.
That still shocks me.
And this is
you
how I
think
know.
Bud is ever gonna get a job again in the NBA? He might not.
I don't know.
That's unexcusable.
Because you just got a ring and then you got out in the first round.
That's unexcusable, Brody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Still
like
shocks me.
that it fucks my head up a little bit. It kind of fucks my head up a little bit because I thought everything was perfect. Yeah, no, like think about how good the Bucks were. Like when they won a championship and then they come back and then they don't get past round 1, fam. Like, fam, that'll fuck people's heads up. Like, for real. That'll fuck, cause it's like, where's the problem?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? Like, we didn't even know. So that's what I'm saying. That's what scares me sometimes, where it's just like we in the spotlight now.
Somebody had to be held accountable.
Yeah,
that's
like
all.
Yeah, that's all.
And it was the head coach.
It had to be coach. So it's like,
and I think that was the perfect person to hold accountable too.
Yeah.
Speaking of holding people accountable, did you see the rubbish? We need to start holding these NBA so-called referees accountable. Did you see the garbage that happened last night with Giannis?
I saw somewhere it say he got ejected for staring.
Giannis got ejected for staring at somebody after a dunk. I forgot what player it was. You know what? While we're here, everybody, I'm going to run it as we're talking. Let's take a look.
All right.
That's his third block. He's going to take it off. Hooray! A hammer like nobody has.
So at the top of the third quarter with 9 minutes left in the game, Giannis gets ejected for dunking on somebody and staring at them. We need NBA referees are giving the power to make the judgment on certain calls.
Okay.
Sometimes I believe these NBA referees abuse that power, and I think because of that abuse, they need to be held accountable, just like we hold players accountable, not just for their actions off the court. We hold players accountable for their actions on the court to the point they have to answer to the media. Think about the fact that we force players in contract to talk to the media. Why'd you have a bad game? Another grown man asking another grown man why they had a bad day at their job. Think about how crazy that is, to be honest. Imagine that. Somebody coming at your job. Hey, Josh, why'd you have a bad day at work today? Your boss said that you weren't moving as fast as you could have. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Do you not care about your teammates at your job?
Yeah.
Stick a microphone in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
We hold players accountable to that extremity that we make media personnel ask them. We allow media personnel to ask them questions, sometimes personal questions. That's how deep we're holding the players accountable. But we don't hold NBA referees to the same level of accountability. It doesn't make any sense to me. An NBA ref can make a call, throw out a once-in-a-lifetime generational player that people are spending their hard-earned money to come see. Bucks games ain't cheap. They ain't cheap. This ain't the free clinic. Bucks games are kind of expensive.
Mm-hmm.
People are spending their hard-earned money to come see Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you take it upon yourself to throw him out of the game because he looked at a player after dunking on him. That is what every basketball player does. You dunk on somebody, you mean mug them, you move. How is that a technical? Sometimes I think some of these referees, they need to be asked, what was going through your head? What was going through your mind when you made that call? Why did you, not even out of spite, not even to try to gotcha them, just explain yourself. Let us understand. Because who are you to just say, out of here, and then 26,000 people are school? Why? Why did you just throw him out? A million people at home. Why did you just throw him out? And you don't have to answer to any of them? That is an abuse of power that needs to change.
Honestly, that's some scary shit talking about refs, man. That's the one thing I like fear talking about, because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I always thought refs had some some dark side in them when it comes to the game. It honestly, every American game. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
what you mean dark side?
Like I was watching some video where like it was like Iguodala was talking about when he was on Philly, and he was like, well, he was talking to one of his teammates, and blah blah blah. Long story short, his teammate was like, "Man, you know, we could go to the finals, but we either got to win by 1 or 15."
I saw that.
Yeah. And that just makes me think because he just said a little quote that kind of fucked me up. He said, "Do you want to see Philly in the finals? Like, do you honestly would you watch us in the finals? Be honest, would you?" And he was like, "Honestly, I wouldn't." So and it's like I think the refs be doing kind of shit like that where it's like, I want to see this team go here. I want to see this team go here.
If you look at the NBA,
I get more money in this stadium.
If you look at the NBA as a business,
it is.
And it is.
It is.
We forget that this is America. Mm-hmm. The NBA is nothing but a corporation with very high-paid employees.
Yeah.
Who are putting on a show.
Right.
It's entertainment business at the end of the day.
Right.
We forget, we don't look at it like that all the time.
Right.
So to say that the NBA is rigged might be disheartening, but it's not far-fetched off of the simple idea that it is a business. When you get into business, you are about making the maximum profit. And it wouldn't be maximum profit if the Sacramento Kings are in the NBA Finals with the Portland Trailblazers.
Right.
Because those are two small markets with less than 1 million people in the city. Ain't nobody give a damn about Portland, and ain't nobody give a damn about Sacramento.
Right.
But they do care about New York and Los Angeles.
Right.
But they do care about Houston.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that NBA officials fix situations to get these two high-marketed, popular cities to face each other in the finals. Like, who was in the finals? And not even necessarily popular cities, teams with popular players.
Yeah. Very popular, like
worldwide, national players, international players.
Because think about it, like a fun team like Miami was in the finals last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't say it was no freaky shit. I wouldn't say
that's the perfect example.
But I bet it was like refs hopping on ass when they found out we gonna be in Miami because it's probably more money in it. It's probably, you know what I'm saying.
If refs are doing that, I don't.
Being into, like, they play 2K, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about as far as, like, watching every game, knowing the stats,
I think
knowing the players.
I think they have their teams. Here's one thing I would say.
Growing up here, nobody was doing that.
Because the Bucks sucked.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to put that into perspective. There was nothing
the Bucks
to...
did suck. The Bucks did suck.
Here's something I've noticed about the black sports viewer and the white sports viewer. The black sports viewer, they like their players. Right. Like, you got a random motherfucker in Chicago repping KD hard as hell.
Yeah.
Or repping Dame Lillard hard as hell. Negro, you ain't even from Portland.
Yeah.
Why you repping him that hard? That's something I've noticed about black folks.
I do that.
But white people, they rep their home team really hard.
Yeah.
So it's like black people, we tend to connect to, from what I've seen, I could be wrong, I could sound ignorant too, honestly. But from what I've seen, we tend to connect ourselves to our favorite players as opposed to white people. They connect themselves to their home team.
That's what I'm saying. I noticed that too. And I think it's like, I don't know, white people are just kind of a little more.
It honestly has more to do with they feel more American.
Honestly,
like this is their country. Like,
it's like a little more productive. Like, it's elevating your city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what does that have to do with white people though?
Did I say white people? Who'd you say
I was
rep
saying
for the
white,
home team?
White people rep the home teams.
That's
more.
what I'm saying. I think that's more like productive in their mind because it's also elevating a city.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of putting a city in invitation for more things to happen. Whereas us, we just watch the shit because we love watching the shit.
So
And
you're
we
saying that
obsessed with the way
white people are more productive, and we are just out here watching basketball, chilling.
Kinda, honestly, but it's like it's not bad. It's nothing bad with it, but what you trying to do, Ovi? What you trying to do, Ovi?
Damn! It don't work. I was trying to get your ass on one of these buckets right here.
This nigga crazy. Oh God, this is a sick Negro or something like that. But
that's not how. But is that how you see it though?
Honestly, not really. But it's like, I guess in short term, like we just love, like, basketball is just in our lifestyle.
And you like the people who play it the best, not necessarily.
Exactly. We don't really care about
you look at it
where
more so
we come from, and we gonna watch it anyway.
Black people look at it more so as an art, and they appreciate the best artists or their favorite artists, just like music, maybe.
Yeah.
As opposed to white folks look at more like my community versus your community. And my reasoning for that, I like the way you reason. That makes sense too. But what I was thinking is simply that white people just feel more American than black people. They feel more like they belong than black people. So it's like they represent their entire city as opposed to black folks. We represent neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like talk to like a black dude from Milwaukee. They're not over here repping the whole city. Like they're north side. You know what I mean?
They gonna say north side.
North side of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But white people is generally like the city. They think of downtown. They think of the suburbs, like the whole community. So like when it comes to our sports, they represent the Brewers hard. They represent the Cubs hard, whatever.
Right.
But for black folks, it's not necessarily like that because we don't feel that same sense of belonging. So it's like, we look at it more so as an art.
Yeah.
As an opportunity to appreciate the art of basketball, the art of football, whatever.
Right.
As opposed to an opportunity to represent your city because they don't even feel like they belong in that city that much.
Exactly. Because, like, have you ever seen Golden State Warriors fans like this from fucking San Francisco?
I never met one.
Yeah, I've met like.
I mean, if you go to San Francisco,
I haven't been to San Francisco, but no, I just met some like here in like Atlanta and shit like that.
They're simply Warriors fans because they're a fan of Steph Curry, right?
Yes and no. Like I know people like they didn't even watch Steph Curry in 2014. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they'd be like, man, when I saw Steph in the finals and he won the ring, dude, I became the biggest that I.
Are you talking about white people right now?
Just people I've met from California that are Golden State fans. Like they rep the city. They don't even know much about the game, but they just love what it's doing for the city.
I see. And
they love repping it because it's making the city pop. It's making the city fun. So that's why I feel like a lot of people like they've gotten that invitation in Milwaukee now where we're good, and now that the talented players are livening up the city because it is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They livening up the city that people feel like, okay, well, let me know these players. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me actually start paying attention. And now it's like we got this big spotlight on us, and it's a little new. Like it's a little new. It's a little new because I ain't gonna lie. Milwaukee didn't start getting cold till
the Nigerian Criterion came.
I say like 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it's because of the Nigerian Criterion, Giannis.
I mean, he was there before 2018. 2017, he lost in round one.
He didn't start balling too. He was just another player.
That's true.
The Bucks were still the raggedy old Bucks.
Man, I remember they got to the. I was living in Georgia, and they got to the playoffs, and Milwaukee was in the playoff. I was the only nigga from Milwaukee in my whole job, and I was working like in a mall where they had at the mall where they have a bunch of restaurants and shit like that. I was working in a restaurant in like a mall area.
Food court.
So it was like very popular, a lot of people and shit. Stonecrest.
Oh, is that pizza?
Stonecrest? No, that's a mall.
No, which restaurant?
Oh, my fault. TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it was black music,
were you one
black
of the servers,
bitches.
or were you like?
I was a dishwasher.
I'll be
in the back,
your
bro.
ass to the back.
I'm in the back, bro.
Take your ass to the back.
I'll be high. I'll be all kind of shit.
Were there white people coming in?
I don't know. I was in the back.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like
they must have been. That's why they didn't want you up there with that do-rag.
Nah.
They're like, please go wash some dishes, please.
Nigga, no, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was like in Georgia, or at least in Stone Mountain, bro, it's damn near nothing but black people.
For real?
Like I worked at CGI, bro, and it was literally like maybe 2 white employees out of every employee. Couple Hispanics, maybe like 3 Hispanics. But other than that, 20, 30 people black, bro. And I'm not talking about light-skinned black, like half light-skinned black. I'm talking about
You want
black.
like half white?
Huh?
You don't count that as black?
It depends.
I was having a conversation.
It depends on
with
how
my
you grew up.
With my last guest,
Yeah.
She was saying that. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
A little bit.
Do you know an actor called Jesse Williams? Like he's that like light skinned black guy with the green eyes. He's bald. He was one of the doctors on the show.
Maybe.
You've probably seen him subliminally. He's pretty famous. And like she was mentioning that he was a black guy, like a famous light-skinned black actor. Because I was saying you never really see too many famous light-skinned actors. Like that's the one time that colorism works in dark people's favor, dark men's favor is Hollywood and acting. You don't really see too many premier other than Will Smith, big time light-skinned actors. All the black ones, Jamie Foxx, dark skin. Idris Elba, dark skin. Michael B. Jordan, dark skin. Like
Denzel, Sam,
dark skin.
yep.
Sam, dark skin. Wesley Snipes, dark. Like we don't really see too many lights, and that's the only time that worked in our favor. And she was like, "No, not necessarily. I know because like there are a lot of lights." And I'm like, "Okay, other than Will Smith, name one." And she brings up Jesse Williams, and like I'm like, "Okay, but like how black is he in the first place?" You feel me?
Would you
I feel like
count-
there's categories.
What's that one movie? Menace to Society. Would you count what's his name? O-Dog? You ever seen Menace?
Tate?
You ever seen Menace to Society? Yeah.
Tate, something Lorenz Tate, right?
Oh, I think so. I think that's his name. Dude with the braids.
Oh, what? He's so black.
He black?
Yeah.
Yeah, he black. Okay.
He's not light skinned. He's not even
He not-
light skinned to begin
He not
with.
like he not light skinned. Okay.
It's the conversations is like the Drakes of the world. Oh no, Drake's black. In my opinion, Drake's black.
I don't know. Oh no, he black, but at the same time, he not like
Okay, that's true because I'm thinking of his Drake persona. But if Aubrey Graham, the real guy,
yeah. I wouldn't think
That was on the
I wouldn't
grassy
just
hill,
call
no.
that a nigga.
That's
Like if I looked at
he's
Drake,
a
like,
biracial person.
yeah, I wouldn't just. I'd call him a nigga because I'm the type of sloppy black dude that call white people nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he's a biracial black man mixed
Yeah.
with white. Yeah,
yeah, but
that's the way I look at it.
yeah.
But how we get on this topic again?
Oh my god, I'm so high. Oh my god, it was some good weed. We gotta smoke some of this after this, bro.
Please don't implicate me. And I don't even smoke weed. I don't know what this
He
nigga
probably
talking
don't.
about.
He probably don't.
I don't know. I don't do
trying to-
none of that.
I'm peer pressuring him. Peer pressure. Fuck
You'll
around,
never know when they're gonna start incriminating motherfuckers on weed. You know.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, shit, I don't know. You ain't gonna get canceled, I hope.
You said what?
I say you ain't gonna get canceled, I hope not.
You
right?
never know nowadays.
I mean, you big time though. You know, I know you big time around the city and shit. Fuck.
Big time my ass.
Yeah.
Baby
Oh,
steps though.
Yeah.
Baby
yeah.
steps. But the Bucks and they're a little bit scary. They
Oh,
are,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I do have faith in our future. I don't think that this is going to affect us per se.
Yeah.
We just we're just going through the tweaks right now, running through the motions, and I do believe in the future of the Bucks. I think potentially, maybe not this season. We might not win the championship this season. I think we might get to the finals, Eastern Conference finals, more than likely. But winning the championship, I think that's a calling for the following season.
Honestly, I'm just gonna go for it right now. I think they're gonna win this season, bro.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win in either 5 games or 7 games. It's either gonna be real easy.
5 games or 7? Oh, okay, or 7.
5 games or 7 games. It ain't gonna be another game 6. It ain't gonna be another Bucks and 6. It ain't gonna be what we calling for, what we hoping for. It's either gonna be real easy,
We got to stop saying
or it's gonna
that.
be real hard.
We got to stop saying Bucks and 6.
Cause
Give
we
them
only
extra work.
did it once. So if we do it twice, then that's the city shit. Then the world know. But I'm saying like 5 games or 7 games. Championship. I want a championship this year. I think we're gonna get it.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Bucks are going for 3-time champs. That's 2021. 1971 and 2023, baby. 3-time champs. We're styling. We're profiling. We're taking it all the way. Woo! Talk to you next time on the Greatly Destined Podcast. Thanks so much for watching episode 18. We out here.
Yeah. I really wanted to see what the fuck we was gonna say. I don't know. I want to catch my thought. I feel like I was gonna